China is building a maritime network of unmanned vessels, underwater vehicles, aerial relays, and intelligent sensors that could reshape how major fleets operate near Taiwan. Its real advantage may come from constant observation, not sheer size. In this video, we will explore the systems being developed, how they could connect, and whether they can truly challenge aircraft carrier operations. China's maritime drone program is much broader than a collection of small remote-controlled boats. It includes large unmanned surface vessels, autonomous underwater vehicles, long-endurance monitoring craft, airborne communication platforms, and research ships capable of coordinating several systems at once. Each platform is designed to observe a different part of the maritime environment, creating the foundation for a highly connected ocean network. One of the clearest examples is the vessel commonly called Orca. It has been described as a 500-ton unmanned surface platform measuring around 58 meters long and 23 meters wide. Those dimensions place it far beyond the category of a compact patrol drone. A vessel of this size could support radar, optical sensors, communication equipment, navigation systems, onboard computing, and interchangeable mission modules. Its public appearance is significant, but it does not reveal the full picture. Demonstrating a large prototype is very different from operating many vessels reliably for extended periods. Effective deployment requires secure software, skilled support crews, maintenance facilities, dependable power systems, and extensive testing in rough seas. Orca, therefore, shows China's direction, while its complete operational status remains unclear. Below the surface, autonomous underwater vehicles add another layer. These machines can collect data about seabed geography, currents, salinity, temperature, and underwater acoustics. Such information supports scientific research, environmental monitoring, navigation, and commercial activity. It can also improve understanding of how sound moves through the ocean and how underwater routes may be observed. Another important platform is Zhuhai-Yun, an 88.5-meter oceanographic research ship designed to support aerial, surface, and underwater unmanned systems. Its official purpose focuses on scientific observation, yet its ability to deploy and manage different vehicles demonstrates how coordinated maritime operations could work. The real strength lies in specialization. One platform watches the surface, another listens underwater, and an aerial relay carries information beyond the horizon. Together, they form a flexible system in which each machine contributes one piece of a much larger picture. The greatest value of China's maritime drones may come from their sensors rather than their size. Modern fleets depend on accurate information from satellites, radar stations, patrol aircraft, submarines, surface ships, and communication networks. Unmanned systems could add more observation points, remain in selected areas for longer periods, and reduce the need to keep expensive crewed platforms constantly present. Detection is only the first step. A sensor may notice a radar signal, engine sound, wake pattern, visual shape, or unusual movement. Other systems must then help identify the object, confirm its direction, maintain an updated track, and send the information to operators. A single observation has limited value unless it becomes part of a continuous and reliable picture. This is where distributed sensing becomes important. Instead of relying on a few powerful platforms, a network spreads many smaller sensors across a large area. Some units may lose connection, experience technical problems, or move away from their assigned locations. The system can continue working if enough active platforms remain. A surface vessel could monitor a strategic channel for days. An underwater vehicle might collect acoustic information below passing traffic. An aerial drone could briefly climb higher and relay data beyond the visible horizon. Information from these machines could then be compared with satellite imagery, coastal radar, aircraft observations, and other sources. China's manufacturing base makes this concept especially notable. The country has vast experience in shipbuilding, electronics, batteries, robotics, telecommunications, and commercial drone production. That foundation could support larger production runs and make individual platforms easier to replace. However, quantity alone does not create an effective network. Every drone must be powered, maintained, updated, protected, and connected. The data also has to arrive quickly, remain accurate, and avoid being buried beneath irrelevant information. The decisive advantage will belong to whoever can combine scattered observations into a single, trustworthy picture, faster than the other side can confuse or disrupt it. The idea that unmanned boats could overwhelm an aircraft carrier sounds dramatic, but the reality is more complex. A carrier does not travel alone. It operates with escort ships, aircraft, helicopters, submarines, satellites, electronic systems, and distant intelligence support. Any drone network would have to function against this layered and highly responsive structure. The first source of pressure could come from the number of objects requiring attention. If many unmanned platforms appeared from different directions, operators would need to decide which were research systems, commercial craft, decoys, surveillance vehicles, or potentially hazardous machines. Even an unarmed platform could collect radar emissions, observe reactions, or transmit location data. Large numbers could also create uncertainty. One slow surface vehicle may be easy to monitor. Dozens of surface, underwater, and airborne systems operating together would demand far more time and resources. Some could carry cameras or radar, while others provide communication links, collect acoustic information, or create misleading movement patterns. Their main purpose would not necessarily be to approach the carrier directly. Their greatest contribution could be helping a wider network understand where the carrier group is moving, how its escorts are arranged, and when its aircraft are active. Persistent observation could gradually reduce the group's ability to remain unpredictable. Yet maritime drones face serious technical limits. Communication links may be disrupted. Navigation signals can become unreliable. Surface craft must survive storms, waves, corrosion, mechanical failure, and floating debris. Underwater vehicles face even greater communication difficulties because ordinary radio signals travel poorly through seawater. Carrier groups also possess several defensive options. Aircraft and helicopters can inspect distant contacts. Escort ships can use radar, electronic interference, decoys, and layered monitoring. Communication relays may be interrupted, sensors confused, and individual drones removed before they gather useful information. The United States is also developing unmanned maritime systems. The future is therefore likely to involve competing networks attempting to observe, confuse, and disconnect one another. China's drones would matter most as part of a larger information system, not as independent platforms. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time.